Slowly but surely, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is absolutely changing the future for Nintendo. Now, not too long ago, I discussed in a video talking about Super Mario RPG, the opening sales of that game, and the differences or the changes that we could see when it comes to Nintendo's mind on the Mario RPG series. Will they continue with the Paper Mario, the origami style, the non-RPG type of Paper Mario games that have gotten some flack in recent years? And with Alpha Dream's destruction or going out of business, their excuse for having Mario RPG and having an adventure game is no longer there. Now we're seeing with Super Mario RPG that the sales are way above any of the previous Paper Mario games, so things are probably going to be changing there. But is a similar effect to even a greater degree happening with Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Well, the initial information that we're getting here from Nintendo and of course from the numbers coming in are absolutely saying that, and I think that you guys are going to find some incredibly interesting things that are happening with the Mario series and with Nintendo as a whole in the future. We're going to get to that, but before we do, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are someone new, and click that notification bell for the latest Nintendo Switch, Nintendo RPG news, live streams, and more. Now let's go ahead and jump right into this because I found a bunch of interesting tidbits in Nintendo's most recent financial meeting. Now we went over some of it live, but I never really formulated my thoughts into a full video here for you guys, and I've been tracking quite a number of things when it comes to the sales of Super Mario related things, but in particular Super Mario Bros. Wonder and how it's doing now that we're a month plus after the release of the game. Now if you get into the economics of what's happening with the Super Mario brand, Nintendo already stated that there is a massive positive impact on Super Mario games. Now the Super Mario games revenue has shot up. Global sell-through of 5 different Super Mario related titles for the Nintendo Switch through April and September: New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Maker 2, and Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Also unique users for their apps as well, like Mario Kart Tour, mobile related games, Super Mario Run, are all the way up. And what is this positive impact that they're talking about? Well, it's Super Mario Bros. Movie. The Super Mario Bros. Movie has had a massive impact on their business. Sell-through of the evergreen titles like I talked about, and multiple other things are going up. Merchandising, everything. Super Mario World, everything is going up in that sense. So that's obviously a good thing. Now, when Nintendo put out these graphs, this didn't track Super Mario Bros. Wonder sales. However, Nintendo put out a graph talking about Super Mario Wonder sales for the first 2 weeks, early November or so, when the tracking stopped for this, and the global sell-through after the 2 weeks was 4.3 million units. Now, that is the biggest release for a Super Mario Bros. Title starting from when tracking became available from the DS and Wii eras. So no other Super Mario title has sold more in the first 2 weeks. Now, the most important thing here, where things are changing, and some of the key points that I'm going to bring up right now for you guys, is what Nintendo listed in the bullet points, but I'm going to go a step further with some updated information for you guys. So, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which was released worldwide October 20th, achieved global cumulative sales of 4.3 million units within the first 2 weeks. Now, this makes it the fastest selling Super Mario related title. Super Mario related titles also tend to sell consistently over a long period of time. We anticipate this title will be an appealing choice for consumers during the upcoming holiday season and will continue to sell next year onwards as well. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is the first entirely new entry in the side-scrolling Super Mario series in about 11 years. Now, pay attention to that point, guys, because Nintendo specifically stated that it's the first entirely new entry, and then you combine that with the fastest selling entry. Those two things have the dollar signs and have the okay, things will change. Those are motivators for change within a multi-million, multi-billion dollar company, especially when you start going into what they've said with Super Mario games, obviously all the merchandise and other things. This title provides surprising new 2D Mario experiences, and we believe that this, in conjunction with global excitement from the Super Mario Bros. Movie, resulted in the large sales volume. So everything is kind of working together. Nintendo is letting us know about the trajectory for this game in the future and what caused it to be such a large title to launch with and the overall sales. Now, I have a little bit of an update for you guys, because remember, this is as of 2 weeks into October, then early November. We're all the way now into December, and Nintendo has not given us the full sales numbers for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, but I've been tracking on Amazon, and I've been tracking on the weekly Famitsu sales charts, which aren't included in these numbers. Now, shout outs to my man Croc O'Clock, who does keep track on Amazon as well. And still at this point, even though the game is over a month old, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is still currently the best-selling game on Amazon in the US, Japan, UK, France, Australia, Germany, and Canada. 7 different countries, in addition to taking back the #1 spot on the US eShop as well. So you have #1s across the board. You have the Super Mario Bros. Movie, you have everything just kind of working towards this. And once again, this to me will create drastic changes at Nintendo. The blender or the vortex of what we got before, which to me was not that great, and I've talked about it over the years, the blender and vortex of New Super Mario Bros. And Mario Maker for our 2D Mario experiences. That's what we got for the past, I would say even longer than 10 years. It's been like, what, 15 years or something like that? It was either New Super Mario Bros. For 2D Mario, or it was Mario Maker, right? It was one of those two. Super Mario Bros. Wonder has ushered in a new era in terms of how Nintendo's going to be thinking about their 2D Mario experiences. If you can achieve record-breaking sales by a large margin and continue to have the success that it's having with this type of game, where you actually take your time and you really experience new and different types of things, instead of consistently reiterating on the same thing, you can achieve even greater success and continue to sell this game for a long time. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is a timeless type of game. I can see people playing it 10, 15, 20 years from now and having just as much fun as kids and as adults and as people as they played it at this point. I don't think it's going to be one of those games to where people are going to think it's crusty 5, 6, 7 years from now. I think that it's going to be a timeless game. And the reason why it's timeless is because of all the new and innovative things. You can potentially here, based on how things are going, you could potentially easily outsell the other New Super Mario Bros. Games, at least New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Switch. That game, which was a port, but even if you combine the Wii U version and the Nintendo Switch version, Super Mario Bros. Wonder could easily outdo them in the next number of years. And if you look at Mario Maker, it will easily blow past both Mario Maker games. So to me, this is going to be the drastic change. This is going to be something to where Nintendo is absolutely looking into whenever they make that new 2D Mario. Make it something special, make it something different, make it something unique. Yes, I understand why New Super Mario Bros. Was the way that it was. I understand why they continue to do that. They sold so many copies. New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, 30 million. New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, 30 million, right? They were selling so many copies of New Super Mario Bros. They were selling so many copies of that, there was no need for them to change things up. However, when they did, finally, and they specifically pointed that out, saying it's the first entirely new one in a decade plus. This is the result, and I'm telling you right now, as someone who's also worked in corporate business, when you get these type of results and these continued results, I wanted to make sure that we didn't just go over what Nintendo said for the first 2 weeks, but we also went over what's been happening. Still the #1 game in 7 different countries, 1 month plus later. #1 game on the eShop, Super Mario RPG came out and was #1, I think, for like a couple weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. But then now Super Mario Bros. Wonder is right back on top. Now, it doesn't just stop there, because we do have a bit of an update. Now, the newest update is going to be coming for Super Mario Bros. Wonder in the Famitsu sales, the weekly Famitsu sales, where you just get physical sales only. They don't do digital in Japan, only physical sales. But already Super Mario Bros. Wonder is over 1 million units and averaging post-release 50K plus per a week. That is absolutely incredible, especially for a 2D Mario game where, yes, you're gonna get long-term sales, but the fact that it's still averaging this amount, and it's already over 1 million units in Japan, blowing past what New Super Mario Bros., how long that took to get up there in sales. But obviously it's a port compared to a brand new entry in the series. I'm looking at this the past week, 62,896 units, a total of 1,088,717 units. That is all stuff that Nintendo is monitoring with a very close and watchful eye. And all the different things that I've talked about here are going to add up into Nintendo honestly changing quite a bit in terms of how things are overall. And I don't think it really just stops there. The momentum is going to carry over. Everything kind of feeds off of everything else. They talked about the Super Mario Bros. Movie kind of facilitating evergreen status of other Mario games, but then next year there's even more, and there's been more added on. We got Super Mario RPG. I think that greatly benefited from it. But then also Princess Peach Showtime, Luigi's Mansion 2, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and a big one here, Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it at this point. And we are going to have a big video on that, because I think that will finally be the backbreaker when it comes to Nintendo completely ditching the non-RPG Paper Mario series. I think that one's really going to prove it. But once again, video for another day. But let's talk about this, because even into next year, you're going to have Mario games that are feeding off each other and helping each other sell, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going to be at the top of that list. So it doesn't just stop there, and I think that it's going to snowball into whatever Nintendo's doing next. Nintendo knows that they have this crazy business right now with the Nintendo Switch because of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Legend of Zelda, everything like that. Nintendo's had their second highest global software sales sell-through over all of the previous years, with the exception of 2020. The data here is absolutely staggering, especially when you consider that it's the 7th calendar year, Nintendo considers it the 7th year of the Nintendo Switch, and they're still selling at super high rates when it comes to software. People are still engaged. Over 117 million active users for this year. So things are still rolling along, and games like Super Mario Bros. Wonder that have this long tail of people consistently buying and playing the game over a very long time absolutely changes things up for the future, gets them to invest in new ideas and different things, and has them saying, okay, what can we do to even create a better product overall long term? Because New Super Mario Bros. Didn't have the same impact, at least with the most recent one, right, and Mario Maker, that Super Mario Bros. Wonder is having. So once again, this will prove to be something that will change Nintendo based off of different stats that I'm talking about here, based off of what Nintendo's even been planning. I think that they kind of knew overall that this could happen. Not sure if it's to be to the effect that maybe they thought that it was going to be, but they knew they had something with Super Mario Bros. Wonder. They knew there was going to be something big there, considering all the different things that's in that game and considering what it just does overall. So I'm very excited to see how Nintendo plays things with the Nintendo Switch 2, how 2D Mario is in the future, and will Nintendo take Super Mario Bros. Wonder and create like a Wonder 2, or will they go in a completely different direction based off of how great Wonder is selling? They can continue selling that game, and even after the next 2D Mario game comes out, if Wonder is completely different, it can be a separate or different experience that people would want to play as well, instead of saying, okay, I have to just replace this with the next 2D Mario game. So I'm very excited to see exactly how it goes, but I think that no matter what, Nintendo will change their strategy that they had before with the new Super Mario Bros. And Mario Maker, and kind of shift it over to, okay, 2D Mario is going to be weird, quirky, unique, and different like we had before with Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, which were all very different, very quirky, very weird, very unique, and did great, all things considered, and circumstances surrounding the game. So, in my opinion, that is going to be what Nintendo will be doing and the big change here. But we're gonna have to wait and see overall, but it's already happening. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to Super Mario Bros. Wonder? How are you liking the game? Planning on picking it up? What do you think about it? What could they do better in the next 2D Mario game? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you are someone new. Click that notification bell and check out my other Super Mario related videos right here on screen, in addition to my top 25 best Nintendo Switch games of all time. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.